take a comfortable seat and we'll begin by closing the eyes and focusing in on our breath. Slowing the breath down, practicing the ujjayi breath if we can, that sort of sigh or whisper in the back of our throats as we exhale. Breathing all the way in, so we're really expanding and filling our lungs, making the most use of that space, and taking this entire practice and dedicating it to that fullness. The fullness of our breath, and knowing also that we're full of ideas and full of love and full of kindness. And there's no danger of running out of any of those things today. With each breath expanding and making space for even more, and then filling that space with that same love and kindness, creativity, generosity. With an inhale, let's take our shoulders and roll them up by the ears. Exhale them down, slide them down the back. Inhale up to the ears and slide down the back as you exhale. And then switch directions, rolling them forward now. Just bringing some movement there, loosening everything up. And then we'll take our hands straight out to the side. And as we exhale, we're just going to reach straight over. Hey, pup. Just stopping by. So alternating sides each time, really lengthening, like you're going to try to touch the wall, just stretching straight out. Inhaling through the center, and then exhaling to reach that other way. Both sit bones are staying connected to the ground. Still full of breath. Good. Bring it back to the center. Let the arms float down. And then we'll inhale them both up above the head. And as we exhale, bring the right one down across your body to your left knee. And then reach your left arm up and over your right knee. We're going to hold right there. Expanding and filling that left side of your body with air. On the inhale, we're going to bring it up, and then exhale, fold forward over your left knee. You could come to your elbows, or you could stay up on your palms. Both sit bones are still down, still connected to the mat. We'll come back up, inhaling both arms up, this time exhaling the left hand down to the right knee, reaching the right arm up and over the left knee. Pausing to breathe. Inhaling up gently and then exhaling to fold forward over the right knee. Each breath filling your lungs with air. Good. Inhale, roll it back up, and we'll come onto our hands and knees. Wrists below the shoulders, knees below the hips, that strong tabletop position. And moving into a cat, inhaling to arch the back, and then exhaling to round the back. Keep going, breathing, inhaling to arch, exhaling to round each time. Slowing that movement down, remembering it's not about the arch and not about the round. It's about that whole movement in between both of your extremes. The entire movement is the pose. So we're not trying to get anywhere. We're just getting through it, moving through it. Good. Now curl your toes into the floor. Come back to your neutral spine, tabletop. And then we're going to hover the knees up above the floor just a couple of inches. Now you could stay right here if you wanted. Or as you inhale, you can stretch one leg back, then exhale it to the floor. Inhale, stretch the other leg back. Exhale it to the floor. Good. Keep going. Little extra core challenge, extra balance challenge. You could just stay with both feet on the floor, or you could put your knees down and stretch one leg back at a time. So find that version that works for you today. Good, now bring the knees down and go ahead and sit back on your heels and then rock back to your feet so you can lift your hips up and come to a forward fold. Nice deep breaths here. Feet are right under the hips. Let's inhale, flat back, reach all the way up. Exhale, twist, bringing your left hand down behind you, right hand down in front. Inhale back to center. Exhale, twist. Left hand comes down in front, right hand behind. Good. Inhale up and exhale, twist. Now keep going, alternating sides each time. And as you do, check in with your feet because chances are you have the inner edge of your foot trying to lift up each time you twist. So really focus on anchoring the foot down, the entire foot, inner edge and outer edge, even during the twist. Good. Back to center. And now as you exhale, squat down to a chair, bringing your palms together over the heart and the elbows onto the thigh. Shoulder blades are sliding down the back. We're sitting as low as we can. Hips, knees, and ankles are staying lined up. So if your feet are hip width apart, your knees are also hip width apart. Breathing into that strength. Good. With the inhale, release the arms and reach up, stand up. Exhale, dive forward, forward fold. Nice full breath. Inhale, come all the way back up. Exhale, step forward with the right foot, bringing the hands to the side to get your feet planted into the earth. Inhale the arms back up, and then exhale, dive forward halfway. So we're coming to a pyramid, and we're going to keep our hands there by our hips. Good. Inhale, reach up, step forward with the left foot, lifting the left knee up. Exhale, step that left foot back, plant it into the ground, and dive forward to the pyramid, hands by the hips. Inhale, step up into the right foot, left knee comes up. And this time, exhale the feet side by side as you dive forward, forward, fold. Good. Inhale, back up, arms reach up, step forward with the right foot, planting the feet. Good. Exhale, arms to side, double check that both toes are pointed forward. Then inhale the arms up. And exhale, dive to your pyramid. Flat back, parallel to the floor, hands reaching by the hips. Inhale, stretch it back up, feet stay planted. Good. Exhale, dive forward again, flat back. And this time, step forward, left knee comes up. And then exhale, feet side by side, dive forward, forward fold. Inhale, back up, Tadasana. Reach the left knee up again. And then exhale, step it back big to a lunge, and then gently put the left knee on the floor, coming up to a low lunge. Arms are reaching up, right knee on top of the right ankle. Pausing and breathing, filling the lungs, each breath. And then let's bring the hands down toward the floor. Curl the left toes into the floor again, lift the left knee up, and bring the left heel to the floor so we can come all the way up to a warrior two. Pausing just for a second and then reaching the right arm up and back into crescent, sometimes called reverse warrior. Holding right here, the right knee on top of the right ankle. It's staying there. Our hips are staying low. We're bringing strength into the right leg. Good. Gently bring the hands back down to the floor. Take a strong step back to downward dog. Fingers spread wide, heels lowering, sit bones lifting. Then inhale to your plank. Bring the knees gently to the floor and exhale chaturanga from a kneeling position, lowering all the way to the belly. And then inhale, lifting into cobra, using your hands against the floor to just pull back slightly. Shoulder blades together and down. Breathing. Good, then let it go. Keep the elbows in. And with strength, lift the belly button and press straight up through that push-up. Sitting back on the heels to child's pose. Breathing deeply. Good. Curl the toes under, sit back on the heels, and then rock back again. So we're flat on our feet in a forward fold. Moving through now the other side. Inhale, all the way up to standing. Reach the arms up. Step forward with the left foot. Exhale your hands to your side. Make sure your feet are pointed forward and both of them firmly planted. Inhale, both arms up. Flat back. Exhale, pyramid. Hands by the hips. Inhale, bring your right knee up as you stand. Then exhale, dive forward. Place the right foot down behind you again. Pyramid. Inhale, step forward. Right knee comes up. Arms up. And exhale, feet side by side. Dive forward. Forward fold. Inhale, Tadasana, reach the arms up, step forward with the left foot. Exhale, pyramid, hands by your side. Toes pointed forward, keep those feet planted this time. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, dive forward to the pyramid, flat back, parallel to the floor. Inhale, step forward, right knee comes up. Exhale, dive forward, feet side by side, forward fold. Breathing. Inhale, bring it back up, arms up, right knee comes up, and then exhale, step back, big step to a lunge. Bring the right knee to the floor. Inhale the arms up high to low lunge. Left knee on top of the left ankle. If your arms need a rest, you can bring your hands to your left thigh. That's a great place for them as well. Good. Bring the hands back to the floor. Curl the right toes under and then bring the right heel to the floor. So you can inhale up to warrior two. Get that strong position. Then reach forward and up with the left hand. Coming to reverse warrior crescent pose. Letting the right hand rest on your right leg. Gently rest there. We're not pushing into that leg. Good. Nice deep breaths. And then we'll float the hands to the floor, take a big step back to a plank, and then a downward dog. Good. Knees to the floor. We'll come all the way up to kneeling tall and into a quarter camel. So we're going to put our fists on our sacrum on either side of the spine. And then imagine a string on your sternum, and it's going to lift you up. So your arch comes from coming up and back, not just leaning back, but actually lifting up and over. Good. Gently straighten up tall again. And then we'll sit down on our heels in Vajrasana or Thunderbolt pose, just for a moment. And then fold yourself forward into your most comfortable version of Child's Pose. Deep filling breaths. And imagine as you're inhaling and filling your lungs, you're also filling yourself with more of everything that is good. However you define that. Whatever qualities you want to find in yourself, let's imagine breathing those in. Good. Now gently come back to all fours. And we're going to take the right arm and slide it under the left shoulder so that we're coming down to rest our right shoulders on the floor. The right side of your head is on the floor. And you can stay right here, or if it's comfortable, you can take your left arm up and reach it for the sky. Breathing, make sure it's comfortable on your back, on your head, on your shoulder. Remember, you can always stay in Child's Pose or any other pose that works better for you if this isn't it today. Good, then float the left hand back down. Use it to press into the floor. Come back up to all fours, and we'll repeat on the other side. So your left hand slides under your right arm until you're resting on your left shoulder and the left side of your face. You can stay there or reach the right arm up for the sky. Nice deep breaths. And bring that right arm back down. Use it to push into the floor. Slide your left hand back up underneath you. Back to all fours, and then slide back to child's pose. Again, taking this moment of stillness to imagine yourself full of the qualities you most admire, the qualities you most want to see in yourself. Good, and then we'll inhale up tall, sitting on the heels, and bring the legs around in front of us. Let's bend the left knee and slide the left foot beside the right thigh. We're going to sit tall and inhale both arms up, square yourself to your right leg, and then exhale, fold forward over the right leg. Your hands can reach for your foot if they reach that far, or just reach them for your calf or even under your thigh. Whatever feels comfortable and allows you to keep a really long spine. And every time we inhale, we're using that breath to lengthen again. And then use your exhale to fold a little bit more deeply, if it's accessible, if it's there. On an inhale, reach forward and up. And then release the hands, bringing the left hand behind you. And I'm just going to shift myself back a little bit so my left knee can be on the mat. It's just a little more comfortable. My left hand coming around the base of my spine, and the right foot folding forward, so the inner edge of my right foot is on the floor. And then I'm going to reach forward, up, and finally back into stargazer. Really lifting the heart, pressing the hips forward, and breathing. Good, gently bring the hands forward, the hips back down to the earth. Shifting so you're straight on the mat again. And then we'll switch legs. Right leg bends. Inhale, both arms up. Flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Holding the foot, the calf, whatever you can comfortably reach. Breathing to lengthen. Exhaling to fold a little deeper. Using the inhale to reach forward and up. And then exhale the hands down. Again, I'm just going to shift to the left until my right knee is on the mat, just to make it more comfortable. My right hand is coming behind me. Left big toe to the floor. Left arm reaches forward, then up, and then back. Hips pressing forward, heart pressing up. Good. Lower the hips back down again. Straighten yourself out on the mat. And then we'll roll down to the floor. Vertebra by vertebra, controlling all the way down. Go ahead and hug the knees in toward your forehead, and then let your head rest down. You can rock side to side. I always love to do that, massaging out the low back a little. And then take your right leg and cross it over your left. You could stay here if you're feeling a stretch. That's a great place to be. Or we're going to let that left knee come down to the floor on the left. So your right knee is up. Just a little bit of a twist, a little bit of a hip stretch. And keeping it right here, breathing. Good, gently, with control, bring that back up to the center. And then take your right leg and hug it in, but we're going to keep it at that angle a little bit. So you could do this, keeping the foot on the leg, or you can stretch that left leg out on the floor. So you're just kind of cradling your leg in toward your chest. You can hold the foot, just don't pull on the foot. Don't make your foot turn in at the ankle. Good, letting the right leg go. Let's cross the left leg over and then lower both legs down to the floor on the right. Steady breath. And then with control, bring that back up. Take your left leg and cradle it in your hands. Again, if you want to hold the foot, that's fine. Just don't pull on the foot. Straighten the right leg out if it's comfortable. And we'll let that go. Bringing the knees in and keeping them at a 90-degree angle, also flexing the feet. You can hold your hamstrings and let the knees fall open to the side. If you want a little more intensity, you can grab your big toes. But when you do that, take care that your tailbone is staying down toward the floor. What happens sometimes when we take this pose deeper is that our hips roll up toward our chests, but we want to keep them down so that we're getting a deeper stretch when we hold the toes. Good, knees stay bent, 90 degrees. And then we'll let that go. Stretch the arms overhead, stretch the legs out, and imagine your body very long. Then we'll bring our arms back to rest by our sides, palms up, away from the body, legs slightly apart, Shavasana, the pose we spend our entire practice preparing for. Softening all your muscles from your toes all the way up through your head. Double checking those places where you often feel more tension. Maybe in your shoulders, maybe around your eyes or in your forehead. Keeping the belly soft and moving, filling with air. Resting here for these next couple of minutes. Confident in the knowledge that you are full, you are complete as you are. Let's bring some movement back in the body, wiggling the fingers, the toes. Taking a moment, being very gentle to roll to the right side. Pausing there, allowing for that change, allowing your body to adapt. And then coming back up to sitting comfortably, whatever that looks like right now. It might be legs straight, it might be kneeling. Whatever feels good, whatever allows you to sit tall. Let's close our eyes. Take a few more deep, filling breaths. Going into the day again, knowing that we are full of all the things that are important to us. With gratitude for our bodies and for this time we spent on the mat today, let's bring our hands together over the heart. Namaste.